This is the Merritt Island Veterans Memorial Center. It's located in Merritt Island, Florida. It was originally founded in 1978, and the original museum opened up here in 1990. The current three-story museum that we're looking at opened in 2016. Let's go on and take a look on the grounds, and then we'll go inside the museum. At the entrance of the museum, it's kind of a three-dimensional helicopter protruding out of the front here. Before we enter the museum, we're going to visit the Veterans Memorial Plaza and see some of the military equipment and monuments that they have here. This monument is dedicated to the American Revolutionary War, dedicated to all our patriot ancestors who sacrificed their lives, families, and fortunes to secure our freedom. The Dixie Doughboy, this monument is dedicated to World War I. 33,331 soldiers from Florida served in World War I. This is the World War II Memorial, lest we forget. The Korean Veterans Memorial. This memorial is dedicated to the recipients of the nation's oldest military decoration, the Purple Heart. This memorial is dedicated to September 11, 2001. This is the Vietnam War Memorial that American forces were engaged in from 1959 to 1975. This monument is dedicated to war dogs and their handlers, the soldier's loyal mate. This is an A-7 attack bomber. This tank is the M41 Walker Bulldog. It was used during World War II. This is the Revolutionary War display.
Yes. Yes.
Short-barreled, short-range blunderbuss musket. Fascinating. And this is the Civil War section. Actual mortar round fired on Fort Sumter that began the Civil War in April 1861. The Civil War drum and sticks, authentic. Confederate flag, Union flag and uniform. And this display has artifacts from the Spanish-American War. Bolo knife. It's a collection of World War I and World War II helmets. A World War I doughboy in uniform. MG08 German machine gun. It's fascinating. Some German helmets from World War I and a hand grenade. British sailor's cap and French helmet. World War I era binoculars. This helmet was used by the American Expeditionary Force in 1918, painted with a bald eagle. Another American doughboy helmet with some camouflage from World War I. First aid kit and binoculars. American service uniform used in the tropics, early 20th century up to World War I. U.S. Army officers' hats, World War I. And a bugle, vintage to World War I. And some American World War I campaign hats. The one on the left is infantry, the one on the right is cavalry. The rifle on the top is German. The one on the bottom is American Springfield rifle, used in World War I. Some American uniforms, used in World War I. And metal detectors used for discovering mines. A leather flight cap, used in World War II by American airmen. And a collection of instruments, including bomb sights and compass. U.S. military deck of cards and other manuals. Merchant Marine hats. And World War II M1 helmets used by American forces in World War II. World War II era bugles. The Smith & Wesson Victory model, long barrel revolver. A machine gun mounted on this Jeep. Nazi Germany, rifles, ammunition, bayonet. And this is Nazi Germany naval flag, used by Germans in World War II. Nazi armbands and a dagger. And the flag of the Empire of Japan, the round sun national flag of Japan, used during World War II. A collection of Japanese World War II officer swords and vintage Japanese World War II rifles. A German Afrika Korps Desert Pith helmet. And a rare German model 1934 fire police helmet. Nazi Germany police hat. SS officer's hat. German mountain troops hat. German Stahlhelm helmet, used between World War I and early into World War II. This is a portion of a German V-2 rocket that bombed England during World War II. Interesting artifact. Italian Beretta handgun. A collection of Japanese World War II helmets. U.S. Army Air Force flight suit. Japanese handgun. Japanese hand grenades. Night vision M3. A Russian submachine gun. M1 helmet with the colonel's insignia. This is a Viet Cong flag that was captured during the, I believe, during the Tet Offensive in 1968. Some Vietnam War era weapons, including the M16 assault rifle. That's a Nazi Germany party banner on the left, and a Japanese banner used for sending off troops when family and friends would hang these. And an artillery piece. And some winter gear for the Korean War. Helmet. And a Korean War bivouac. Tent and cot. And a few essentials. Typical black Vietnam uniform. Vietnam War uniform. Helmet and gear. And U.S. Air Force. It's a U.S. Marine Infantryman uniform and gear. U.S. Army Desert Camouflage uniform. And uniforms used during a desert storm. Got night vision. An Arab camel gun, which looks like it dates back to the 19th century. It was captured during the Iraq War. And some camouflaged desert helmets used during the Gulf War. This is a piece of limestone that was part of the damage created on the attack on the Pentagon on September 11, 2001. This is a woodland camouflage outfit with gas mask. This is the fallen Comrade table in honor of those who have fallen in war. This is an Mk-46 torpedo. This is a periscope sextant. Special Forces hat. Security police. Military police with the cuffs. Canadian officer uniform. From about World War II. Long range recon patrol uniform. American Red Cross. This uniform may have belonged to Captain Jane Strickrod. And uniforms of women in the armed forces. Some vintage radio equipment. United States Merchant Marine Drum. And this was the uniform of Major General Timothy P. Malashenko. He was the first director of the Defense Contract Management Agency at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. World War I Marine uniforms. A U.S. Cavalry saddlebag and saddle. And this is a formal dress uniform. And a pregnant soldier's uniform. Compass. And some other electronic equipment behind it. So this pennant flew aboard Apollo 13 during its journey around the moon in 1970. So a trailer used by the U.S. Marine Corps. Looks like it's fitted with some sort of mortar. A U.S. Navy signal lamp. We're up on the third floor of the museum, and it's a nice view of the Memorial Park beyond. And this is a piece of the USS Arizona that was sunk at Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. And it was donated to this museum. Looks like a drone, probably used in Afghanistan or other modern conflicts. And a view underneath the drone. This is a vintage 1877 flag with 38 stars. Pretty large size. Looks like to be about almost 15 feet wide.